Hi besties, welcome to Vicky Signature. So in today's video I'll be showing you how to cut and sew this beautiful bubu gown that has ashoke on the front with tassel and also the ashoke at the sleeve. So if this is the first time you're seeing this channel, thanks for stopping by, and to my returning subscribers, thanks for always sticking. So for this tutorial, I'll be making use of this cashmere fabric. It is 3 yards, and then the ashoke, it is long, just as you can see. So as time goes on, we'll know how much we are going to be using. So for this fabric, I'll go ahead to locate the back side of it and then fold it into 4, right? So this is fold 2 and then this is fold 4. So let's count. This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we are going to be placing it very well, and then we'll cut. So if you notice very well, this our table is very small, so that is why you see me I've placed it on the floor. Now for us to start this, we're going to roll a starting line, which is going to be the imaginary line. That is what I just drew. So it's just going to be the starting line, and that is where we'll take all our basic measurements from. Now after doing that, we just mark our neckline. So I'm cutting both the front and the back together. So I mark 3.5 for the width, and then for the length I'll be using 1.5. Then I'll connect it with my curve, just the way you are seeing it, right? So 3.5 by width and then 1.5 by length. So after connecting it, next thing now is for what? Is for me to go down by my shoulder slope. I'll be using 1.5. So for us to do that, firstly we are going to mark our neck to sleeve length. So for the client that I'm working with is 23 inches, and then the ashoke we are going to add is about 2.5 inches. So when I remove that, what I have is about 21 inches. So I marked 21 inches, and then on that 21 inches mark, I came down just the way you are seeing it. So I'll be coming down by 1.5 first, then I'll connect it for my shoulder slope. You get? So I remove my ashoke length that will made up the length of the sleeve, and then I came down by 1.5 to connect our shoulder slope. I believe everybody understand. And after forming our shoulder slope, from that shoulder slope line, we're going to mark our sleeve opening. So for the client, I measured 20. So it's 20 divided by 2 is 10. So that is a 10 that I am marking. So the 10 is going to be very, very wide enough for her. Then I'll just go ahead and mark the line inward like that. So that is the line we are going to connect with the bodice line and then join. Now I'll mark my shoulder to waistline, shoulder to hip line, and then shoulder to the length of the gown. So the length is about 50 something, so I'll add 2 inches for folding. So next is for me to extend all the lines. So I just extended the hip line. I'll go down to extend the down, and then now I just extended the waistline. So next thing now is for me to put my hip measurement divide by 4. So when I did that, I've put the measurement, and then for us to have that boob, I'll put extra 4 inches plus 1 inches for sewing. So in total I'll be making use of 5 inches. So my hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 5 inches. So that's what I'll use for all the side, the hip, the down part, and down to the bust. Yeah, so I just marked it all around. Next thing now is for me to take my straight rule and then connect all the points together. Can you see? Yeah, I just try to zoom it so that you can see it very. So after connecting all the points together, I'll try to take the line upward and then connect this one that is coming from the armhole, so that I can make my nice armhole curve. So this is how you do your curve. I believe everyone understand it. Now after doing the curve, next thing is for us to do what? Cut. So remember, I'm cutting both the front and the back together, so that when we are done, we're going to remove one of the piece from inside. Then that one is going to be our original back, and then the front, we are going to just do the front neckline. You know, the front is a V neckline where we put our ashoke. So I believe no one is confused yet. Now I'm just trying to label the bad face of the fabric. So if you notice very well, I've removed the back. So this is the front that I am marking. So for the neckline of the front, I'll be making use of 7 inches in total. That is to say 4 inches plus our initial 3 for basic neckline. That is 7 inches. Now from that 7 inches, I'll connect it to our main 3.5 inches for the neck width. So that one stands still, it's not going to shake, so that both the front and the back will align when we are joining them together. So we just go ahead and cut this out. Now, hope I'm not too fast. After cutting it, next thing is for us to cut the interfacing, what we are going to use in turning the front neckline and even the back neckline. So I have this piece. If you look very well, the piece is on fold, so I'll just place it just the way it is on fold, and then I'll carry my front piece and then place it on it very well. So I'm just, this me trying to arrange the piece. Yeah, what we use as our neckline turning, what we use to turn our necklines for the front and even for the back. So look the way I am placing it. I'm placing it directly on the part where I know that will be making use. So you look at the V part, you see the way I'm placing it. I place it very equal. I'll go ahead to cut it out and then cut the remaining excess here. So after that, I'll unpin it and then go down and then just cut it out small. Maybe I'll measure like 3 inches down and then cut the remaining one off, so that I'll use this small piece to turn the neckline. I believe everyone can turn the neckline, but it's still part of the explanation and it's still part of the video. So that is for the front, and then I'll just go ahead to pin it to the front. And then for the back, I think I did that off the camera, right? So this is for the back. Now next thing, now let's move to the table, no more floor. So next thing is for us to start sewing without wasting time, right? So let's go ahead and unpin all the pins. Now can you see the way our V neckline is looking very fine? And then this is our interfacing. So interfacing, right, what we use to turn it. So we'll just place it like so, and then we'll go ahead and sew it following the what direction of my hand. But before then, let's go ahead to pin it. You see, so I'm pinning it so that it doesn't shake. So we are going to sew it following the direction of my hand. After sewing it, to top stitch and then we'll turn it. Which is for the front. And then for the back, we're going to do almost same thing. We're going to place it like so, right side facing right side. Can you see? I'm just trying to locate the right side of each of the piece. Place it like so, and then you're going to sew it just the way I explained for the front, following the direction of my hand. So once I'm done, I'll top stitch, iron it, and then I'll bring it. So for the back, after sewing, top stitching and ironing, this is how it looks like. I believe every one of us can do this. This is not a new thing. And then for the front, this is what we have. I went ahead to pin it together, but let me open it so that we can all see it properly. Now this is what we have. Can you see? Yeah, this is what we have. I've gone ahead to iron it very well, and then this is the front, right? This is the front. So next thing now is for us to fix our ashoke. So this is our ashoke that I showed earlier from the beginning of the video. So for you to do that, you just do what? You fold your front piece just the way you are seeing it, right? You're going to fold it very well. After folding it, you use your pin to secure it down. Now after securing it down, we're going to start working with just the front, because it's the front that has the ashoke. So make sure you pin yours properly just the way you are seeing it. You bring your ashoke here, and then you see how long it is. So we are going to be placing the two edge together, right? We'll place it together like so. So if you know yours can be pulling just the way mine is doing, you can also use a pin to secure it. You see that I use pin to secure mine, and then you bring the straight part of the V neckline and place it on the ashoke. Make sure that there are excess left at the top, so that when you are done, it will reach. So after placing it very well, you use your pin to hold it down. I believe you are understanding what I'm doing. Now next thing for us to do is to take our chalk and then our rule, and rule a very straight line of half inch, half of an inch, just the way I'm doing it. So look very well. Now after ruling the line, we are going to just go ahead to cut it out. Now next thing is, after cutting, we'll go ahead to remove everything, and then we'll go to the sewing machine and sew it together. So guys, after sewing it, this is what we have. Let's open it together and see. Now after opening it, this is, you see the way all the lines are very straight and they align very well. Now I'll go ahead to iron the seam line open very well at the back. So once I iron it, I'll bring it, then we'll take it from there. Now can you see, after ironing it, this is what we have. Our ashoke is ready, and Note, if you know you cannot maintain the neckline very well, don't cut the excess at the upper part, so that once you are done you can go ahead and cut. You discover that my own is almost trying to be short, right? And so after placing it like this, you just go ahead to stitch it and sew it together very well, right? You're going to sew it together very well. And after sewing it, guys, this is what we have. So what I have, I made about 4 of this dress, but I'm just showing you the 2 that you are seeing right now. So that is all for the neckline and the ashoke. So now let's continue from our sewing, right? Let's continue from our sewing. So I think I'll show this part. Why is this showing? Okay, let's repeat. I said I made 2 for this video, but I made this cloth about 4 of them, right? I made it about 4 of them. So next thing is for us to bring the back piece and place it on the front piece like so, and then join our shoulders together. Join the 2 shoulders together. So after joining the shoulders together, I'm gonna bring it. So this is what I have after joining the shoulders together. Now next thing for us to do is to work on the sleeve. So for the sleeve part, you remember we removed about 2.5 inches for our ashoke to make up the sleeve length. So for this ashoke, you're just going to fold it like so. After folding it, place it at the edge of the sleeve, right? You place it at the edge of the sleeve. Now I can't tell you the length you're going to use, but what I did, I place it at the edge of the sleeve, starting from the sewing. I'll start sewing till I get to the edge and then cut the excess. That is what I did. So guys, do you see, when I sew and I reach the edge, I cut the excess, then I continue with the other sleeve. And after that, this is what we have for the sleeve. Next thing is for us to join them properly together so that we can start sewing it. So I use a sewing allowance of 1 inch that we added. So if you want to be putting your side pocket, you can actually put side pocket, but discover that this video, it doesn't have a side pocket. So guys, you go ahead and mark your 1 inch till you reach the end of the dress, then you sew it at the 2 side, and I'll bring it. So guys, after sewing it, can you see this is what we have? Please try and weave your own. I didn't weave my own initially, but I'll go and weave it later. So next thing is for us to fold it down of the dress, and that is almost all. So for us to put the beauty of the tassel, this is what I have. I just attach it at the edge of the V, and that is all for this video. So if you have any question, drop it in the comment section, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.